Hello, and welcome to Syberia, the world before. We are with Kate in her town. I forgot. It was a year later. Let's see. Autumn 2005, determined to honor the promise she made to Katyusha after a long journey, Kate made it to Vaghen and took a room at the picturesque Dombre guest house. Now she must follow the only lead she has, the drawing tube that contains the painting of her mysterious double. Autumn 2005. And it was a year later. And how is her hair so long? I'm jealous.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that are likely to sell art supplies.
Check the 3 right shops that are likely to have sold the painting case. Oh. Okay. Bicycle shop. Pawnbroker, yes.
Oh, what about this one?
General store, food, birds, and care. Clockworks. Antiques. Okay, one more. I'm gonna rule that one out.
No, I can't see this type of shop selling cases like that one for the painting.
Oh, it's the cases. So general store maybe. Hatter. Fish bait, no. Restaurant, no. Bicycle shop, no. Chocolates and toffees, no. I don't think birds. I don't think the Hatter. I don't think it's the pharmacy or the Hatter. So general store or clockwork. General store?
These 3 make up a good basis to work from. Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
Find 3 shops. Oh, okay. Thank you. They all are Mueller. But I don't see an address in any of them. Oh, antiques?
Huh. Maybe the painting case came from this shop.
How do I know how to rule this out? Baden. I don't understand this. Because I know how do I park? Trying to read this. Park, hotel, restaurant, Hafen, picnic, and bar. So, Hafen. Oh, what? Oh, it's this. Okay. I checked the antique. This. So, pawnbroker, painting and gold. Oh, D3. Oh, okay, I see them now. D3. And I put C4. Yeah, and then E5. Okay, I wanna double check this. Because I don't... Yeah, it has to be the general store. Or the E3. I think it's actually here. Can I change my answer here? No. Okay. So, E5 I think it was.
Okay. So these 3 shops are the most likely to have sold the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
Antiquities, I would say.
No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably my best shot. Better hang on to the address.
Okay. What does it say? The page I tore out of the phone book at the guest house, it indicates that the Müller and Son shop can be found in the antiques district of Vaghen. Okay.
Just need to get the painting from my room and I can go and show it to the antique dealer.
Okay, is there any other? No. Also, there are... Yes. Okay. December 30th, 2004. Dear Mrs. Foster, it is with great pleasure that I am able to inform you that Miss Walker has escaped from the mine. Sadly, however, according to the guards, her cellmate did not survive the breakout. That makes one more death for the fugitive to mourn. She apparently headed west toward an unknown destination. Maybe she's headed for an airport, who knows. The plane ticket that you sent with the letter might have had the desired effect. After all, there aren't any more castles in the sky for Kate Walker to go searching for, are there? Oh, Katusha. December. Yeah, it's almost a year later. Dear Mrs. Foster, thanks for the information in your last letter. It should allow me to get back on track. If Miss Walker was last seen in Vaghen, then Vaghen is where I'm headed. I can hardly believe I've been searching high and low for almost a year now, from East to Central Europe, to pick up Miss Walker's trail. She seems to have kept away from the main highways and cities. But there have been a number of sightings from country people and misfits. They mostly speak of a mysterious foreigner of few words. Apparently her only goal is to make her way westward, crisscrossing minor roads on her old motorbike, only pausing for short breaks or to do odd jobs to pay for her next tank of gas. She apparently doesn't bond with anyone and never divulges her motivations. The witnesses unanimously confer that she spends moments of rest listening to her mother's music box she sent her and contemplating some strange painting. Okay. Okay, go up, not yet.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me fine.
What is this? Let me look. Oh.
I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
Okay.
Now I get why they call this part of town the Flower District.
Oh, it's a computer. Open mailbox.
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
There was something.
That's better.
There was something from Nick Canteen. Vaghen. Mueller's shop.
Oh, way too many results that way. I'd never have located the Müller shop. Good thing I had Frau Wagner's documents.
Town? Vaghen is the capital of Ostrethal, a small country in Central Europe with a population of 9 million people. The city is built along the banks of the river Dombre, the third longest river in Europe, and is bordered by the Alps that separate it from Switzerland. As the fourth largest German-speaking city in the world, Vaghen is renowned for its history, with its origins dating back to the 6th century, and for its architecture largely influenced by the Art Nouveau movement. Devastated by fire at the beginning of the 20th century, Vaghen became largely mechanized during its subsequent reconstruction. It since offers numerous curiosities that have fascinated generations of travelers and tourists. Its population, estimated to be at 1.5 million inhabitants, was subject to a marked decrease during the Second World War. Vaghen, like the rest of Ostrethal, was annexed by the fascists of the Brown Shadow. These fascists generalized persecution against the significant local Vagheran community until the community was wiped out during the genocide set up throughout Europe during the following years. The number of Vagheran victims from Vaghen is estimated at over 100,000 people. Iron Tiger, yes. The Iron Tiger refers to a region of Eastern Europe that has remained largely wild. It is mostly known for having been a defense line of the USSR during the Cold War. Soviet forces deployed a large amount of heavy military equipment in the region for the prevention of an eventual attack from the forces of NATO. Much of this equipment was abandoned on the collapse of Soviet Union and left to rust or be recycled by scrap metal and arms dealers. The region is rich in salt and includes a number of industrial hamlets that emerged with the expansion of mining. The activity was subject to a strong decline during the perestroika or restructuration era, when the Soviet industrial fabric was sold piece by piece to the private sector. Some mines remained open but became the theater of shady operations linked to the organized crime and identity splinter groups. People and organization. Necrology. Sarah Walker. Oh, our mom.
Oh my God, Mom was buried months ago.
Yeah. August 25th, 2003. Sarah Walker, following a long illness, sadly passed away at the age of 65 on August 23rd, 2003. Involved in the field of culture, especially in opera, and much loved by her neighbors and friends, she leaves behind her happy memories to all who knew her. Sarah was also the mother of the brilliant lawyer Kate Walker, who has not been seen since she left for Europe over a year ago. The burial of Sarah has been postponed by 1 week to give extra time for the news to reach her daughter. It is hoped that Miss Walker will be able to come home to say a last farewell to her mother. Olivia Foster, a long-standing friend of the family, invites all of those who would like to pay their last respect to Sarah Walker to attend the religious service at 2 p.m. on August 28th. Olivia and her husband Dan would like to thank everyone who joins them in their grief, as well as Frank Malkovich and the staff of Mount Sinai Hospital. Katyusha.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katyusha. We would have found the shop together.
Fallen idol goes missing. January 14, 2001. Katerina Spiridonova, the one-time idol of Soviet youth, is reported missing. The child prodigy, also known as Katyusha, joined the prestigious Soviet choral at an early age. Many were her fellow countryfolk who shed a tear on hearing her performance on state radio of the famous song that gave her her nickname, Katyusha. The homonym owes nothing to change. Indeed, Katyusha's parents, devoted party officials, had planned out her life with the goal of making her the epitome of the model citizen. But on reaching adolescence, Katyusha began to rebel, moving from one more or less radical libertarian group to another. Katyusha ended up supporting every struggle against the established order. She militated for the rights of women, homosexuals, and every oppressed minority in general. A defiance took shape in the early 2000s when Katyusha co-founded a punk group. Their provocative lyrics and parody of cabaret and patriotic songs began finding an echo in circles with a liberal tendency in the West. It would seem that the young woman disappeared in mysterious circumstances a few nights ago after a concert, when driving an old van belonging to the band on a country road. The wreck of the vehicle was found at the bottom of a river. However, one police source confirms that Katyusha's body has not been found, but that all the evidence suggests that her body has been carried away by the river. This has been contested by the other members of Katyusha's band. The young woman claimed that their leader's disappearance was mandated by their political enemies to reduce their friend to silence. There is nothing, however, to support this conspiracy theory. The brown shadow. The brown shadow is the term used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the 1920s in Central Europe. It rose to power in the 1930s and subsequently won over the rest of Europe, so triggering the Second World War. In addition to civil and military victims of the ensuing conflict, the racist ideology of the Brown Shadow is responsible for genocides that led to the systematic and organized deaths of millions of people. These genocides were carried out in a systematic and relentless manner until the liberation of the victims by Allied forces. Okay. Oh, I don't want to go down. I'm going to go up first because there's no way to... leave from here.
I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time by the fire.
Come on. I believe in you, Kate. There is 203.
Hans.
Hans.
According to this flyer, he came to Vaghen during one of his trips.
Okay, apparently this episode is a lot of reading. Vaghen's history flyer. 1919. Ostrethal is formed from the dividing up of several states after their defeat during the Great War. Vaghen becomes its capital in a difficult economical climate. 1933. As the Great Depression from the United States reaches its height in Europe, the situation becomes critical in Vaghen with unemployment rate exceeding 25%. 1935. Vaghen owes its salvation to a strange French inventor by the name of Hans Vorarlberg. This young man, on passing through the town on one of his numerous trips to the east, stayed in Vaghen to mechanize the entire city, which was destroyed by fire, so creating thousands of jobs that boosted the stagnant economy, before he disappeared as he had appeared. We owe him notably the town jewel, the musical square. 1938. After years of growth, Brown Shadow fascists annexed Vaghen. There followed a night of murderous raids against the Bulgarian people. 1945. After years of fascist occupation, Vaghen is finally liberated by the Allied forces consisting of Soviet, American, British, and French troops. A victory greatly facilitated by the local network of resistance fighters. 1955. After a decade of being administrated by Allied forces, Vaghen, and by extension Ostertal, recovers its full sovereignty and begins to transform its local economy. 1995, Ostertal becomes a member of the European Union. Almost had a hard time saying that. World War II. I was like, I don't know that number, but I think that's World War II. Remembers Tour of Vaghen. As a tribute to the thousands of Vagrants deported or killed by the Brown Shadow during World War II, this remembrance tour will take you to the major locations where wartime horrors took place. We hope you will leave time for some silence as you stroll along this moving walk through history. It will take you to the following locations. The Bridge of Mists, the district that suffered the most from the terrible anti-Vagarian raids in 1938. Remembers Lane in the Musicians district, where Vagarians from the ghetto were cold-bloodedly executed, along with those who tried to protect them. And finally, the central train station, where thousands of innocent people were loaded onto the train of death. We will remember them. Highlights of Vaghen. The musical square, currently under renovations. The must-see destination of Vaghen. No one can say they have visited the town if they have not at least seen one of the incredible mechanical concerts. The central station. Whether you arrive or leave from the station, one thing is for sure. Its typical architecture is a landmark in its own right. The Antiques District. A destination not to be missed. This district is full of surprises on every corner, just waiting to be picked up by the knowing bargain hunter. The Bridge of Mists. An idyllic view of the Dumber. Unique architecture and numerous traditional shops featuring local crafts. This historical monument is not to be missed. Okay. Oh, wrong button.
Hope it still works.
It looks nice. Enter. Observe.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room.
Frau Wagner. Is there? Okay. There's a few spots.
That's Germany over there. I wonder how far Barockstadt University is from here.
What is Barockstadt University?
I understand why Wagners call their town the heart of Europe. It's literally in the center of it. Vaghen is surrounded by the Alps. Switzerland is right on the other side.
Yeah, I think that's all.
That's not my room. Better not go in.
My room. Oh, I've done. It said you came in here yesterday? A painting of Vaghen. Oh yeah, this is. I think that we walked as Donna. We walked through this to get to the musical center.
Katyusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
Oh, X.
The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine.
Mueller Vaghen. Oh, I can.
I'll find her, Katyusha, just like I promised. And we'll find out who she is. Or was.
Okay, so 37. Painted near a mountain. I can't decipher the painter's signature, the young woman on it. Who is she? Oh. Oh, okay. Cool. Iron Tiger. The painting was hidden in a major suture's train, rooted by the brown shadow. The train got caught in a rock slide. Found Major Suter's train with Katyusha. The painting was made in 1937. It was stored in a music case. The painting case mentions a Mueller shop in Vaghen. I need to find this Mueller shop. But what is this? Oh, first office. Oh, this is the suicide note. Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. I just need to take this painting to the antique shop I found earlier. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me how to get there.
The signature is quite hard to decipher. Looks like it starts with a K. Visit the district before you leave. What district?
Nice. It seems like a lifetime since I enjoyed some good old-fashioned comfort. Room might not be as cozy as a Yukol yurt, but it's sure more spacious.
Introspection.
How strange to be here in Vaghen. After months of roaming from east to west on a motorbike, after taking odd jobs here and there to build up a little nest egg to finance this trip, and to be able to stay in this guest house for a time. Lucky Frau Wagner let me in despite my appearance when I arrived, with my meager means. The days when Marson and Lormet paid for my travel expenses seems far away now. It's like they were someone else's memories, fading away with passing time. Guess I've changed. Since the death of Mom and Katyusha, pursuing my hypothetical double on the painting turned out to be too tempting. Comforting, even. In any case, I promised Katyusha I would find her.
What did she mean that she looked disheveled, or whatever word she used? Maybe being on the road for so long? But I think she said she arrived like 1 day ago. Okay. What is that? Wartime spoils found in clandestine salt mine. The discovery of a clandestine salt mine in the Iron Tiger region has both shocked campaigners of human rights and rocked the art world. It is reported that police descended on the illegal underground enterprise following a tip-off from a former slave. Kate, good job. But slave labor was not the only surprise the police had in store. In one of the caverns they discovered a steam engine with several wagons full of prized wartime spoils. The missing masterpieces and other precious objects of art are said to have been stolen by the Brown Shadow during World War II. The find is estimated to be worth several $100 million. Police Chief Viktor Pelinsky said the operators and the jailers have been detained and the mine has been dismantled. The slaves have been identified and after a short period of hospitalization will be released to their next of kin. According to one hospital source, many slaves have been reporting that they had not been mining salt as was previously understood, but ivory and strange artifacts. The police have not yet commented on these reports, only stating that the investigation is ongoing. With regards to the stolen art, Pelinsky added, once our team of art experts has listed and identified the stolen objects, the difficult task will be to return them to their rightful owners. However, Chief Pelinsky and his team might not have to look very far for the owners of many of the items. Authorities have already received hundreds of calls from people around the world claiming to hold proof of stolen family heirlooms and artworks. Okay.
Oh, hi, dear.
Hello.
So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
Yes, I was even able to locate the shop I'm looking for. Thank you so much, Frau Wagner.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
My room.
The room's just perfect. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable. And it's not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
I'd love to know more about you, Frau Wagner.
Oh, there's not much to tell, really. At least nothing that would change the course of history.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Vaghen, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my husband until he died a few years ago.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here.
I have a few questions about Vaghen.
Good. Because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Vaghen, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Vaghen, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful, and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Vaghen and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Vaghen is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
Oh, that city looks beautiful.
Apparently the shop I'm looking for is located in Vaghen's Antiques district. Could you tell me how to get there from the guest house?
Your best bet is to take the tram, miss. The town centre is almost entirely pedestrian, and your motorbike won't be of any use there. You'll find the nearest tram stop at the top of the stairs, to your right as you go out of the guest house.
It seems like this guest house is surrounded by stairs. How did I get there with my motorbike?
My quest here is closely linked to the region of Vaghen. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937. Was this an important date in the history of Vaghen?
Not that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then. All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
I found out about the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
Doesn't surprise me. Vaghen, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
Okay. Duh, my controller.
There's no point drumming on the blasted door. I'm on the telephone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Also, I'm googling because I know the word annex. Okay, so stealing land. Visit the district before you leave. I don't know. Maybe it means just...
Have a nice day, Miss Walker.
Thank you. I guess it means just, looking around. Like, look around before you go to the tram. I'm trying to look. Please. Thank you.
The Dombre Guest House. According to what I've read, the Dombre is the longest river in Ostertal and runs through Vaghen.
It looks pretty. Oh, is that my room? Yeah, how did I get here with my motorbike? Because we are surrounded.
Pity Vaghen is practically all pedestrian. After all those months on the road, I've gotten kind of fond of that old bike.
Like, how did you get here with your bike? With the stairs? I don't see a road. That's not...
Going by what Frau Wagner told me when I first arrived, this used to be a working class district. Nowadays, I bet everyone wants to snap up these old houses, just like in Brooklyn.
It looks really pretty. Oh, maybe I came... No. This is all trash. I'm assuming the train is up there, so I'm gonna go down. I hope I'm correct. So I wanna do the other. Oh, there's nothing here. Oh, do I hear a tram? I heard of something. Oh,
This district is just so beautiful.
it's weird when it says just visit the district. Like, what district? I'm looking around. I really like the look of this game. Also, I changed some settings on OBS, so I hope the quality is a lot better. And I'm I'm sorry it wasn't the best for a while, but I've done some tests, and it should be
Must be the
fine now.
botanical gardens. Too bad it's closed.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, the guest house in that neighborhood sure are the best things to happen to me since... Who knows? But I should go and take the tram now.
Yeah. Okay, I went the right way. But yeah, I don't think you could get here with your bike. At least, not easily. Like, how? How did you ride your bike here? I'm confused. Oh, okay.
Ah, there's the famous Vaghen tramway. I'd better take a look at the map to see which line to take for the antiques district.
Yeah, I'll do it soon. I think this is also blocked. Yeah. Blumenladen. Blumenladen. I don't know what that means. Okay, the guest house. So we want to go here. First clue, leave the flower district. Also, I tried to get the achievements to show on stream, on the video, but apparently I didn't do it correctly.
Have you heard what the Thor uncovered up in the mountain?
At Devil's Pass, you mean? I did hear something on the news before coming out. What's the latest, then?
They reckon they found remains dating back to World War II, when Alpine resistance networks led refugees across into Switzerland. Nasty times were those.
Yes, not the best times in our history, were they?
Oh, I was waiting, but I can press continue. Oh, my controller vibrates. I'm not used to this. Baden-Baden. Okay, I've been recording quite a while, so I think I'm gonna end this here. This episode was filled with reading and a lot of, talking and stuff. It was very interesting, and I feel like next week we'll get more into the action of things. Also, we didn't get any Dana in this one, so that kind of makes me sad. I'm eager to see what happens now since we're out of the mines and actually looking around. I'm excited to know what happened to Dana. I hope we get back to Dana. That they can't just end it where they ended it, But yeah, I'm eager to see where this goes. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. Bye.